I'm financially free in my 30s and I live off of my investments right now. And I keep seeing articles saying that people are freaked out about a stock market crash, especially those who are close to retirement. But honestly, age doesn't matter. If you are ever planning to live off of your investments like I do, this is the strategy that protects you. So the first thing that you need to understand is something called sequence of returns risk. This is just a fancy way of saying the timing of your returns matters a lot when you start withdrawing your money. So like if the market crashes the same year that you decide to start living off of your money, that can drain your portfolio a lot faster than you realize. This is because you're putting yourself in a situation where you are forced to sell while prices are low. So one of the things that I do to protect myself from that is I have a GIC ladder. So if you were in the US, something similar would be a CD ladder, certificate of deposit, or a bond ladder. I keep 3 years of expenses in this GIC ladder. So I have 1 year of expenses in a 1 year GIC, 1 year in a 2 year, and 1 in a 3 year. This way, if the market crashes while I'm early on in my retirement, I can actually use the cash from my GICs so that I don't have to sell my stocks while prices are down. And this way I'm not locking in my losses. If the market doesn't crash, I just roll them into new GICs, and these are guaranteed investments with guaranteed interest. The next thing I do is I stay diversified, and I don't just mean investing in different stocks. I also diversify my income. So I have income coming in from my mortgage investment corporations, from my real estate investment trust, from my high paying dividend ETFs, from high yield savings accounts, from bonds, from GICs, from my rental property. Okay. So if one of these sources of income isn't doing so well, I have others that I'm able to pull from. The third thing I have is flexibility. And I think this is one of the most important things that you can have in your financial freedom plan. So like if the stock market drops and shits the bed next year, maybe I don't take multiple vacations that year. I adjust my spending down. Flexibility could also mean, okay, I want to have riskier investments in my portfolio. I want to have a higher allocation to stocks because I might be able to make more money that way. So I'm also going to have flexibility in the date that I need the money. Maybe I plan to retire in 15 years, but if the stock market shits the bed in 15 years, maybe I give myself a couple of years flexibility in that, or maybe I give myself the flexibility to go and actually work part-time. The more flexibility you have, the more risk you can take, and potentially the more growth you will get. Like a lot of retirees will drop to like a 60-40 split between stocks and bonds in retirement, but I don't plan on doing that. My asset allocation fund right now is about an 80-20 split for my early retirement, but of my total portfolio, my bonds are probably about 10%. I might increase that, but I will never go to more than 30% bonds in my portfolio. Why? Because the real danger to your portfolio isn't market crashes, it's inflation. Your money needs to grow. If you want help setting this up inside your own portfolio, go and take my free investing masterclass to get started, or you can apply to work with me as your 7-figure mentor. Let's go.